What is happening, everybody? Crazy March Kid here, and in this, if you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, stop the video right now, go watch it, and come back, and then press the play button and listen to what I have to say about the movie that I thought was so incredibly epic. But, anyways, spectacular. Like, I didn't know how good that movie was, but it was a bomb movie, let me tell you. It was off the chain. Oh my gosh, everybody in the movie was amazing, especially guy Jeff Goldblum, yeah, Jeff Goldblum, who played Grandmaster. And it's interesting because the Grandmaster and the Collector, apparently they're the elders of the universe, and I didn't know they were brothers. That's amazing. I was like, because one of my friends told me, they're like, after you see Thor Ragnarok, let me know. And so I was like, okay. And so I let her know after I watched Thor Ragnarok. She was like, so what'd you think of the movie? I was like, it was epic. I literally cried in my seat. It was so good. And she's like, you know they're brothers, right? And I was like, what? And that hellish looking, you know, torture. Thor's kicking some booty. Man, he's kicking some ass. It was crazy. Pardon my French. It was awesome though. But oh my gosh, it was great. And then Thor found out that Loki imprisoned his father. And then they had to go see Doctor Strange. Now that was a cool scene. Like the way Doctor Strange came down, he was just like in the wind, or he wasn't in the wind. He was in the whenever he first appeared, you know. You just see his silhouette of him in his cape, and he's just floating, coming down to see the mighty Lord of Thunder. If you guys got that reference in the movie, they call him, instead of God of Thunder, it's Jeff Goldblum is funny and awesome, and Odin was man, she was when she took out all those guards or whatever, that was insane. That was crazy. Like, I'd really like to. Yeah, they went up against Ultron, they went up against the Tatari, Hulk to fight Hela. But speaking of Hulk, man, that arena battle was something else. That was amazing. Like, he was punching and kicking and woo! Man, that was a battle royale, wasn't it? And then, you know, and also, I forgot to mention, I thought that, Hulk had an Infinity Stone inside of his hammer. Turns out it's false. Hulk didn't have an Infinity Stone in his hammer. Although, that would have been cool. Y'all, sadly, he did not. So, yeah. But the arena scene with Hulk and Bruce Banner, and I don't know if you guys noticed this, but you know what, I'm not even going to get into that because it's going to take a little bit of time to figure out whenever he was, you know, whenever he did it, and I'd have to go back and watch all the movies and stuff, so, but I remember, I distinctively remember that I did not see any scene with Hulk actually transforming into the Hulk. He just, like, deformed back into Bruce Banner, and that's the only kind of Hulk thing that we saw. But he does talk. Hulk does talk in this movie, so that's great. I'm glad he talks, you know. And he is having, like, full-blown conversations, you know, with Thor, and he knows who Thor is, and all this other stuff. And I was just, like, blown away. I'm like, you can speak? And apparently he's been Hulk for 2 years, so you know what I want to know? I want to know how he ended up there, because in Age of Ultron, he said, I'm going to have to go back and look at that, because it said his Quinjet, like, got lost over, like, what was it, over, like, the South Pacific or something, you know? And I want to know if, like, the Devil's Anus, like, sucked him up right then and there and, you know, took him to Sakaar, because I would like to know how he ended up on Sakaar, because I know he went, you know, maybe that's the portal. Maybe that's the portal point for the Sakaar Devil's Anus to suck things up, and, you know, and I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that and, you know, figure out what's going on there, because that's still a mystery to me. And, it's just, this movie was blown away. And at the end, Hulk lost an, or not Hulk. Hulk lost an eye. I don't know. Thor lost an eye. Oh my gosh, Thor lost an eye. They tricked us. They've tricked us many a times. They're good at editing stuff. They are really good. Marvel, y'all are good at your editing department. Y'all are good at twisting and making things look like they're not what they seem. Because I distinctively remember in one of the two of the trailers that Hulk was in the city and he threw his hammer at Hela and she broke it, but that's not the case. That was in Norway. That was whenever they went to go see his father, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is the exact same scene in the trailer, but they're not exactly where they're supposed to be in the trailer, so oh my gosh, it's like they twisted it, and it was glorious and amazing, and I loved it. It was great. It was fabulous. And they also did the same thing at the end where he like got the lightning thing in a bridge. And both of his eyes were like lit up, you know, because he had the thunder power, you know, or the lightning power, or whatever you want to call it. But except in this one, he only has one eye that's lit up, and the other eye's cut out because Hela cut it out, and it was and so it was a fun. It's a funny movie. Plus, they put a lot of comedy in this movie. I noticed that. Like usually in Marvel movies, they try to put like comedy, but this one seemed a little bit more humoric, and it was very well done. I'll give it that way. And another thing, there was a lady that was sitting behind us last night, and she just kept she had the most annoying laugh ever. So, if you're sitting by someone who's got the most annoying laugh ever, sometimes just, you know, like either kick their seat or be like, hey, pipe down, you know, I was like trying to watch Thor movie. So, you know, I didn't really do any of that, but, you know, I kind of wanted to, you know, be like, oh, woman, listen, it's not that funny, not every scene is funny, so you stop laughing. So, yeah, but, it was a good movie. I give it a 9 out of 10. So, I give it a 9 out of 10 claps. Best Thor movie ever. First one, didn't like. Second one was this one blew me away. It was great. So, good work to you, Marvel. You blew my expectations for a Thor movie away, and I enjoyed it. Thank you. One more thing we have to talk about, and then I will end this video, like I normally end the video, with a good day. The ending credit scenes, they have 2 end credit scenes. I know I didn't really talk very much about the movie, but, you know, there's just so much really in my mind that I'm still trying to process from last night, and just go watch the movie for yourself, and you know, give me your review and see if you can do a better job at me than giving reviews, because I mean I'm just a regular guy doing a YouTube video, and I'm just, you know, giving my review how I think I should give a review. So basically, I spoiled some things for you guys. I'm not going to spoil the entire movie. I'm not going to go through the entire movie and spoil everything for you, because that would just take too long. I'm just thinking of things that I thought were epic and awesome and cool about this movie. I'm just running them through my thought process and humming them out to you guys. So, but anyway, as I was saying, at the ending scene, oh yeah, another spoiler, guys. Asgard is a people, not a place, so Asgard gets destroyed. So, boom, there you go. So, yeah. I don't know how they're going to find the Tesseract, though. I wonder if that's why... it's probably... That's interesting. Huh. I have a theory about that, but I'll tell you in a second. But, the ending, there's 2 end credit scenes. First end credit scene was whenever Thor and Loki, they're on the ship, and they're basically, you know, they're talking about, is it a good idea to go back to Earth? He goes, of course it's a good idea to go back to Earth. Earth loves me. He goes, no, is it a good idea for me to go back to Earth? And he goes, oh, probably not. So, but you know, because of the disaster that Loki did in New York, so it's like, everyone hates you. It's like, ah, yeah. So, anyway, but they get discovered by, I want to either say it's either the, it's either a Tatari ship, or it's the Sanctum 2, which is Thanos' ship. Because he has a Sanctum 1 and a Sanctum 2. Hope I'm saying that right, but if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, if you guys don't know what I mean, you just look it up and you'll understand what I'm talking about. But there's a Sanctum 1. The Sanctum 1, from what I think, or from what I've heard, or from what I've seen or researched, is his, you know, the asteroid field in Guardians of the Galaxy where he's sitting and he's in that chair, and you know he's surrounded by all the asteroids, and it's basically where it was in the end of Marvel, the the Avengers, whenever he's in the chair, you know, and he's talking to Loki, and he's also in the asteroid field and all that other stuff, and he's got the Tatari ships flying around. That's Sanctum 1. That's where his, like, home or whatever is. And then Sanctum 2 is his mobile home. That's where he, it's like a ship. It's his home away from home. It's his other home, you know. So, you know how you have a home away from home and an actual home? Some of these movie stars, they have one or more homes or whatever. It's kind of how he is. He has more than one home. So that way he can travel across the universe and go and conquest and devour people and find the Infinity Stones. And by the way, that little, the gauntlet or whatever in the Asgardian safe, that's fake. Hella's like, fake, and she just knocked it over like it was nothing. I was like, oh. She's like, a lot of stuff in here is fake. And so it was fake. So, wasn't real. So, anyway, guys, that's scene number 1. Scene number 2 has something to do with Grandmaster, and I don't know. I just feel like y'all need to do better with your if you're gonna do 2 end credit scenes, do a better job. I mean, you can make one funny, but don't make it, you know, if you make the whole movie funny and then you end with one that's funny, it's like, okay. I mean, that's kind of how, what was it? Well, Spider-Man did it, you know. It ended with, one serious one and then one funny one, which I don't mind, but I'd rather end with 2 serious ones and no funny ones, you know. So, but anyway, that's all I have to say, and yes, there is a Stan Lee cameo in this, but I'm not going to spoil that for you, because I've already spoiled enough, I think. So, anyway, with that being said, guys, let me know what you guys think about the movie. You know, if you guys enjoyed my review, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. If you did not enjoy my review of Thor Ragnarok, hit the dislike button, subscribe, and share. As always, guys, Crazy March Kid here. I bid you a very, very good day.